Hi, this is Keith Bryant and the Keith Bryant Show at Productronica 23 on the third day, and I'm here with Mark from Transition Automation, and as I'm sure you can all see, we have a prop with us. So perhaps the best starting point, Mark, is tell us.
Hi Keith, thank you for that introduction and welcome to Productronica. It's a great show. Our company has had a singular focus for 30 years on high quality Permalex edge metal squeegees. At the time we started, all the printers in the world had rubber squeegees in them. We invented a metal squeegee and we worked through all the hassles of getting that going, and it resulted in a better process. Today, most printers come with metal squeegees. So this is an example of our product. It's a squeegee that fits into a speed print machine. And we also have a new product at the show. It's a tool for helping people maintain their squeegees when they want to clean them.
Yep. So obviously, I mean, we all know traditionally it's always been difficult to keep squeegees in good condition after they've been cleaned, because people put them in baskets and throw them in the bottom of the cleaner and all of this sort of stuff. So this is really a good step forward.
Exactly, and one thing we wanted to do, instead of adding another thing to the SMT process, which people are already quite busy with all the tools and fixtures, we wanted to make it a familiar form. So we put it in this form of a stencil frame, which most people are very familiar with. The stencil cleaner is designed for a stencil frame. So by putting the holder in the form of a frame, it's very familiar to the operators. They can even use the stencil storage rack for storing their squeegees safely.
Yeah, and I suppose the other thing you have to do is you have to tailor these for each individual squeegee depending on the company who's making the printer.
Exactly. The one nice thing about this, we tried to make it standardized in the way that there's only 2 pins that are spaced at 3 inches apart. So all we need on any squeegee is 2 holes. And usually there's plenty of space in the squeegee area to have 2 holes without interfering with anything else. So then in that situation, all we have to do, I just have to line it up. I usually am standing up when I'm doing this. Let me just... So the squeegee just slides onto the pins, and then we use these familiar pin locks, and now the whole assembly is very secure and the squeegees can't be damaged. The edges will never touch anything.
Yeah, I have to say it's a nice quality engineering solution, and I guess all of your squeegees now come with these 2 holes in them.
We add that on as an extra option if people would like to get this frame system. Yeah. So that's an added feature if people would like it.
Okay, and you talked about a coating on the edge of your squeegee.
Yes.
Is this something that's like yours, and how much difference does it make to the wear and the length of time that the squeegees will carry on before you start having problems?
Yes, that's a good question, because we selected spring steel, which is very hard and aggressive. We needed to have a coating so that the stencil would be protected. We believe spring steel is the best material for high fatigue resistance and high volume. So we added the coating. The coating is very hard. It's nickel with Teflon in it. And we also put a small radius on the very edge of the squeegee for 2 reasons. One, it makes the squeegee impossible to be cut with it, because other squeegees can come razor sharp. So the second reason is we pre-radius the squeegee, because most squeegees will wear out within the first 50 strokes to form a certain edge that's related to the apertures. In our case, we pre-radius the squeegee so that there's no engagement between the edge and the apertures. So the squeegee will just produce excellent results for thousands of cycles.
Effectively, your squeegee doesn't have a sharp edge where it's contacting the stencil, so the wear pattern is a lot different than trying to put a sharp edge into a piece of flat material.
Exactly. Yeah. And the fact is, the radius is a double-edged sword, because if it's too big, it won't wipe well. So over the years, we've had to refine that radius to be smaller and smaller for the newer, very fine particle-sized paste.
Yeah. So I suppose the last question that you've led up to is components are getting smaller and smaller, and you guys are working at the high end of the, let's say, the quality spectrum for for squeegees. I'm assuming 01005s and all of this stuff are sort of bread and butter for you.
Absolutely. We've been really working with a lot of large companies like Continental, and there's just many big companies have relied on us, and we're not getting any negative feedback. We're constantly in touch with them. The squeegees are on the lines 24 hours, and yeah, they're doing the job.
Well, Mark, thank you very much for coming in and sharing that with us. It sounds like you have the squeegee business pretty much under control, and unfortunately this is a great idea, but probably means you won't sell as many squeegees.
Yes, I know that's the downside of providing protection, but we're in for it for the long run and for the high end, so we believe that's a good step forward.
I'm sure all of your customers are going to go with this because you can see from looking at it, it's a good, solid, logical solution to having something that has to be bang on when you're using it. The last thing you want is a nick coming out of it or something because of the way it's been handled. And I'd almost be saying that if you can put this in a stencil storage rack, you could probably use this for storing the stencils after you've cleaned them even. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's the idea. We hope it has a utility and it fits within the operation without adding any footprint. That's the hope.
Yeah. Okay, Mark. Well, thank you very much for
Thank
coming
you,
in
Keith.
and sharing with us.
I appreciate it.
It's been another good interview. This is Keith Bryant signing off. Keith Bryant Show, Productronica 23.